Amara slammed the kitchen drawer shut, her fingers trembling. She spread the bills across the table, a 10, 2 ones and a fistful of quarters, and stared at them like they might multiply if she looked hard enough. They didn't. "Mummy, I want chips." Mia padded into the kitchen, her oversized dinosaur t-shirt dragging on the linoleum, her eyes wide and expectant. "Not now, baby." Amara swept the coins into her palm without looking up. "But Leo said there's nothing in the fridge again." Amara closed her eyes for exactly 1 second, the only luxury she could afford, then opened them. "Tell Leo to come eat hope and wait," she muttered under her breath, then louder, "Mummy's sorting it, go watch TV." She opened the fridge, a half-empty bottle of ketchup, 3 eggs, a Ziploc bag with 2 slices of bread that were 1 day from stale. She shut it softly like closing a coffin. 7 days, $11 and some change, 2 growing children who asked questions she didn't have answers to. This was Tuesday. She grabbed her reusable grocery bag and her coat, mentally running the numbers for the 4th time that morning. Rice, dried beans, onions, maybe a small tin of sardines if she walked the extra 6 blocks to the discount store. She'd done it before, she would do it again. Outside, the October air was sharp. Amara pulled Mia's hood up and took Leo's hand even though he protested, "Mom, I'm 8, and she held on tighter anyway. She didn't notice the black car pulled halfway onto the curb until she nearly walked into it. A man stood beside it, phone pressed to his ear, well-dressed in the way that looked effortless and cost a fortune, one hand pushed through his hair in frustration. "The whole engine light is on, Marcus. I don't care what the calendar says. Yes, I'm aware of the pitch." He lowered the phone, looked at it, then looked up. He and Amara made eye contact. She sidestepped him without breaking stride. "Excuse me, hey, sorry." He jogged 2 steps. "You live in this building." Amara stopped, turned slowly. "Why?" Do you know a mechanic nearby, anyone?" She studied him for a moment, tailored coat, clean shoes, lost eyes. "Try Google," she said and kept walking. Leo looked back at the man. "He seems nice, Mom." "He seems rich," Amara replied, "different thing." She was 3 blocks from the grocery store when she heard footsteps catching up to her. She didn't slow down. "Hey, look, I'm sorry." It was him again, Ethan, breathless now. "I'm not following you, I promise. My tow truck's 40 minutes out and I'm genuinely lost, and you looked like someone who—" He stopped, reconsidered. "I'm Ethan." "I know what you were about to say," Amara said without stopping. "Someone who knows the neighborhood, which is a polite way of saying I look like I belong here and you don't." He opened his mouth, closed it. "That's fair." He fell into step beside her. "Can I at least walk with you? I feel stupid standing next to a broken car." She didn't say yes, but she didn't say no, and somehow he took that as permission. Mia grabbed his hand. Ethan looked down, startled. "She does that," Leo said sagely. "Don't read into it." At the grocery store, Amara moved with the precision of a surgeon, picking up items, checking prices, putting back the ones that didn't fit, reorganizing the pile in the basket. Ethan followed quietly, watching. Mia asked him if he was a prince. He said no. She said he looked like one. Leo told her that was embarrassing. Mia didn't care. "You run the numbers in your head?" Ethan asked quietly, watching Amara swap one brand for a cheaper one. "Every time." She didn't look up. "It's not impressive, it's survival math." "I run numbers too," he said. "Just bigger ones doesn't make it less stressful." She looked at him, then really looked. Something in his voice was honest, not performative. She put the sardines back on the shelf. "Leave those," he said. "They're $2.50. "I know." He picked them up and put them in the basket. "Please." She didn't argue, but something shifted behind her eyes. Outside the store, bags in hand, Mia holding 2 plastic bags like she was carrying treasure, Leo doing the same. That was when Amara's phone rang. She answered it and Ethan watched her face change. "What do you mean the market won't let me set up? I paid for that spot." Her voice dropped. "Since when?" "That's no, I understand." She hung up, stood very still. "Mom," Leo was watching her. "Fine," she said it too fast. "Everything's fine." It wasn't fine, Ethan could see that. Every Saturday she set up a small table near the community market, homemade chin-chin, puff-puff, small bags of spiced nuts. It was $12, sometimes $15 on a good day, not much, but it was hers. And the market coordinator, without warning, had reallocated her spot to a vendor who'd paid 3 months in advance, something Amara hadn't been able to do. No spot, no sales, no supplement to the $11 and change. She didn't cry. He almost wished she would. It would have been easier to witness than the way she just stood there on the sidewalk, recalculating, rebuilding the numbers in her head in real time, her jaw tight. "Tell me about your setup," Ethan said. "You don't need to." Amara, his voice was quiet, direct, "Tell me." So she did. A folding table, a red and white checkered cloth, 3 Tupperware containers, a handwritten price sign, 12 years of her grandmother's recipes in her hands and no platform to sell them from. "How much do you need for supplies this week?" he asked. "That's not. It's a number, just tell me the number." She looked away. $22 would cover everything. He reached into his wallet. She stepped back immediately. "No," her voice was firm, "I don't take handouts." "This isn't a handout." He held the bills flat, not extended toward her. "I'm buying product, 20 chin-chin, 10 puff-puff, whatever the 22 covers, you deliver when they're ready, that's a transaction." Leo looked at Mia, Mia looked at Leo. "A transaction," Leo repeated slowly, like he was tasting the word. Amara stared at the money for a long moment. Her shoulders, which had been braced all morning, dropped half an inch. She took the bills, folded them once, put them in her coat pocket. "You'll get your order," she said. "I know I will." He smiled, not the polished smile of someone who wanted something, but the tired, genuine smile of someone who'd finally done one thing right today. That Saturday, Amara set up outside the market instead of inside it. Folding table, red and white cloth, 3 containers. The handwritten sign now had a small printed edition at the bottom, "Order in advance, call Amara." Ethan had suggested it the day before when he'd stopped by to check on the batch. She'd told him it was unnecessary, she'd added it anyway. She sold out in 90 minutes. Mia sat behind the table collecting money like a tiny accountant, announcing each sale with full volume enthusiasm. Leo negotiated a free sample for a boy from his class and considered it a diplomatic win. Amara stood in the cool morning air and felt, for the first time in a long time, like the ground beneath her feet was actually solid. Ethan arrived just as she was folding the table. "Sold out," she said before he could ask. "I heard." He picked up one side of the table. She didn't protest this time. "What's next week look like?" She thought about it. "Bigger batch, maybe try jollof rice packs for the lunch crowd." She paused. "I'd need a warming container." "I know a restaurant supply place," he said. "They do second-hand equipment." She nodded slowly. "I'd like that." That evening, she cooked with both kids underfoot, Mia stirring something that didn't need stirring and Leo negotiating over screen time with the persistence of a union rep. The fridge had food in it. The bills were still on the table, but the stack looked slightly less like a sentence. She plated 3 bowls of rice and stew, set them down, and sat between her children. Sometimes a little help is all it takes to turn a week and a life around. But as she picked up her spoon, her phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. "Amara, there's a local vendor showcase next month. You should apply. I may have already submitted your name. E." She stared at the screen. Then she smiled. If this story moved you, hit that like button, and if you want to follow Amara's journey, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss what happens next. Drop a comment below. What would you have done with $10 and 2 hungry kids? Let's talk.